I believe we are live. Always love this moment when we don't know when the live is happening or not. So I trust we are live. And if you are watching it right now, say yes. And if you're watching a replay, please put a replay. Great. Is a replay? Oh, wait a second. Great. Wonderful. So beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. I trust we have some men around in this group as well. I wanted to talk about money, the epigenetics of money, the vibrations, the codes, the frequency, and how we can expand our level of receivership, of abundance. So many of us, in me included, are aiming for some level of a goal. Let's say you want to create 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, $100,000 or euros in your account. And when you achieve it, when the money hits the account, you hope that you're going to be different, right? You hope that you're going to be elevated, joyous, and in total excitement. And suddenly you realize that you are the same as you were last week, that your inner world does not change, that you are still stressed and fearful about more money coming in, or you have daily chores where you thought everything will just disappear when the money comes in. So if it's you, put yes below, because that happened to me not long ago, and I wanted to find out why is it happening. When I received my 10K a week, I thought, okay, I made it. My worries will be gone, and it has not happened. Actually, this morning I received another large amount of money, and my body is safe. I feel the same as I felt yesterday. There is no fluctuation because I realized I started to go deeper into epigenetics. And I have lots of notes for you. So if you know what epigenic is, put yes and tell me what is your experience. So what happens is that, let me rewire. Many years ago, when I started this online business, my mind was in very poor state. I did not realize that we have money blueprint, money frequency, money, there are money songs, money dances. I had no idea about money because I also believe that money just comes in and it goes out. We pay the bills with it. We sometimes are grateful to it and sometimes not. We blame money for everything. So how many of you have blamed money for your unhappiness? And there is a whole list, about 30 very frequent statements where people say money is bad, rich people are bad, poor people are good. You know, like even in some society, being broke is seen as good and being rich is seen as bad. So when we talk about money, it's like a black hole in the quantum. Until you start actually peeling the layers and realize that money is an energy in the same way as energy is water, air, light, breath. It's just a neutral energy, and we attach our understanding and our limitations upon it. It's pure, like, and when a child is born into this life, it's pure. When the baby is born, it's absolutely pure, and the baby has whole lot of DNA genes, and one of those genes is abundance. Abundance. So we are born abundant, we are born rich, all of us. And throughout the life, through the experiences we have, we are our receptors of abundance are cut away. Like you would imagine that you have a tree, a big tree. Let's talk about forests today. Big forest of trees. And when you are born, a little tiny seedling, you're spreading your branches, you're spreading your leaves. And then you have a school takes the leaf out, and then you have a parent that take the whole branch out. Then you go to a university and everyone is poor, so you become small again. And then you go to work, and then bosses and management committees and rules and deadlines cut away more and more branches. So when you in your 40s or 30s you decide to be an entrepreneur, then you realize, oh my God, I had no idea how money works. And I just want to, we often want to get a goal. We say when we get the goal, we'll be happy. So what I want to talk about today, it's not the goal actually. It's not the goal what we want to achieve. It's the state of being. In order to be successful, we have to be successful. And what it means, we start to talk about frequency and vibration. For many years, I would be repeating affirmations. How many of you repeat affirmations? How many of you have a list? I remember for years I had a list of money affirmations on my kitchen cupboard. And I would be reading it every morning at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. I would do the money dance. I would scream, I love money and money loves me, like crazy. And nothing has changed. I was building the relationship with money because I realized I need to be nice to it. I need to be, I want to be grateful and respectful. I started to build a relationship with money. I acknowledge that the money is the vibration, is energy. But my bank account did not change. And I got frustrated more and more. And I started to learn about different things. The big black quantum, where we come from and we go there. We are here on this planet for a very short period of time, and time is relative, right? So I'm using human language, human terms, but time is also like a plasticine. It doesn't exist. Anyway, let's talk about the quantum and the money. So we repeat affirmations in hope and trust that something will shift in our subconscious mind, that we're going to love money, are we going to receive more? But it's empty. It's empty words. It's repetition. There's one big component which is missing, and that's your feeling. When we combine elevated state of emotion where your body feels like you fall in love, or when you have an orgasm, when you are in love, when you sneeze, when you are angry, angry is a low emotion, but it is an extreme emotion. Elevated emotion is emotion of love. When you give birth and you look at your child, you are totally in love with that child. When you fall in love with a man or a woman, you're totally in love. When you reach an orgasm, which is elevated state, when you're in deep gratitude for something in your life, these are elevated emotions. And what happens in your body on a genes in DNA level, the epigenetics, is that I love this subject. I'm so geeky about this. Oh, just a second, my computer is. Just a sec. Yes. What happens is that I want to give you the right information. We have our DNA works on cells. Cells create peptides, proteins. So when you have a particular emotion, an emotion is a cluster of memories, it's a cluster of experiences you had in the past. And the experiences had to be of substantial value. They had to trigger something. You had to trigger something in you that you remembered, right? So the cluster of all these memories makes a network, and that network creates a memory. So when you talk about paying a bill, suddenly in your brain, the cluster of memories wakes up and it will trigger a chemical reaction. And the chemical reaction will trigger a, a proteins, and they can go up or down. It can go spiraling down or it can go up. And it all happens on a subconscious level. And you almost don't have a control of it. It happens automatically, right? So it seems. So when you are saying these affirmations about money and you want to increase your money, you want to increase your vibration, your frequency about money, and it's not happening, it is because on your DNA level, on your cell level, you are repeating the same expression, same reaction. When you receive a bill and your body goes, oh, in a really tight response, like, oh my God, I don't have the money. Even though you have millions in the bank account, your body goes into fight and flight system. You are releasing strong chemical reactions. And if you do it frequently enough, if you worry about money, we talk about money, but it could be also applied about relationship and health in particular, because Joe Dispenza talks about health, but I link it to money. Joe Dispenza in his book Supernatural, he talks about healing yourself. I'm going one step further. I say you can heal yourself from money, scarcity, and poverty using epigenetics. So when your outside environment, when you receive a bill and you see, oh my God, I need to pay the bill, and you get into fight and flight, you release all these chemicals, you are creating particular proteins, particular chemical reactions in your body, which if you do it more, if you do it again and again, will reignite the memory from the past. And your body does not recognize if you are in the past or in the future. So it thinks that what has happened in the past, your past experience, is now. So you put yourself in a stressful situation again and again, and you live in the past. I know it's a bit twisted. Let me explain it kind of in more little tiny bites. Is that we have two worlds. We have the inside world, which is in our mind, and we have the external world, which is the mirror, the screen, my hands, the plants, right? And if I worry that that mirror will fall, or and I worry about it, I put so much attention to the external. I will worry about if money is coming in. I'm going to worry if our parents are healthy or not. I worry about the world. I'm getting lots of energy from me to the outside, and there is very little energy on the inside. If I reverse it and I really fully focus on how I think, how my body is, what my elevated emotions are, I can control my outcome, because what we think and how we feel, we create our reality. I need to have a sip. So in the same way, when you experience a stress about money and you release those chemical reactions, and your genes will produce a protein which fires and reassures the network of scarcity, you are recreating it again and again. And how to stop it, we kind of reverse it like this, is that in order for you to really expand your body and to feel safe in receiving the money you want, let's say 10,000 euros, $10,000. Let's just, for me, 4 years ago, it was a gigantic amount of money. 10,000 euros was a huge amount of money. Now I feel like, bring more. I expand it. Give 20, give me 40, give me 100. But that was an expansion on energetic level of my body. And you can do it too, because I'm a living proof, and members in our community, in the Freedom Era community, with our online business, they are receiving 2, 3, 400,000, and they're expanding, and they're talking about multiple million of dollars when they started with zero, like you and I several years ago, or whatever. Maybe you're already making lots of money and you want to create more. Even though you're creating lots of money, if you feel stressed and anxiety about money, this talk is very important, because you are recreating your subconscious network of chemical reactions. So how to break free from this? I have found 3 steps which I practice, and I highly invite you, and it's my gift to you, to experience that. When we talk about inner and outer environment, when you spend more time on your inner environment and you start to really clear your energetic centers from all the different chakras to up to here, and you put yourself in this neutral and elevated state, you give more space for creation. So I highly recommend meditating on Joe Dispenza, clearing your energetic centers. And the second step, that's a big meditation, 40 minutes, and the short one is 20 minutes, a daily meditation when you visualize. You can swap it in between. The second step, it's easy, costs nothing, and is super effective. This is what we do. We get ourselves into the elevated state of joy, happiness, gratitude, and love. And it is something which, when you meditate, you get into that state. So remember that you are, it's kind of like, feeling that kind of feeling, that joy. And then when you feel that, you can set alarm on your mobile phone. When you're driving a car, when I ride my bicycle to pick up my daughter, I feel it, and when it happens, I reset my DNA, I reset my molecules in my body into a safety. And from that, when I feel safe, when you reset that body into a safety, there is no space for scarcity, anxiety, worry, and fear. That's how it works. If you do it several times a day, morning, afternoon, and evening, and you start from 1 second to 1 minute to 10 minutes, as you expand, your body gets used to feeling this. And the third step, which I highly, highly, highly recommend, is to listen to money boosters and energetic boosters we have in our platform, in our Freedom Era platform, and they are done by Alexi Tripod, very good friend of mine, someone I had a privilege to meet in Stockholm recently. And there are boosters which talk on your subconscious level, on your left and right hemisphere, and they make imprints in your DNA. So these are the 3 steps. If you want to take this further and you want to know more how to get the meditation, how to get the money boosters, anything, please reach out to me. We will talk about this in depth on Monday, and on Tuesday. Monday, we're going to have a 2-day masterclass, how to expand your money capacity. And my friend Kat will be talking about how is it to live as a millionaire, because she is receiving multiple figures. And on Tuesday, we're going to talk about how you can follow a proven path to receive this kind of money, to create a financial independence for you of any age. If you're 45, 55, 60, doesn't matter. If you're a single mom with 5 kids, I'm doing it. And many women in this group are doing it as well. So there will be a 2-day masterclass. We have a limited spaces, so reach out to me or to whoever who is invited you into this group. And I trust it has been recorded. And I trust the technical gods, it's going well. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.